It's Allison Arahita from American Idol, and you guys are watching Idolatry on EW.com.
Previously on Idolatry.
If Adam Lambert does not win season 8 of Idol, I will dye my hair Allison Arahita fuchsia for the season finale of Idolatry.
High five. Come on. Party pooper.
Rock it out.
So Kristen, we have come to the season finale of Idolatry.
I can't believe it. It's already here.
Surprise!
And clearly I was wrong about who was going to win because
Yeah.
my hair is now Allison Arahita pink.
I have to say, I thought I would be totally shocked, and I feel like it suits you.
Annie Barrett says, if you didn't know my personality, you might think I was slightly edgy by looking at my hair.
Yeah.
But speaking of slightly edgy, Kris Allen beat Adam Lambert.
Surprise!
I have to say, I was not upset about the result. I really liked both of these guys a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I probably, if you put a gun to my head, was rooting for Kris a little bit. I'm bracing for hate mail now from the Adam Lambert Nation and my mother, who will never forgive me for saying that out loud.
Are you a self-hating gay? Is that what's going on here?
I am not a self-hating gay. Look at my hair.
It's true. Your hair is gay enough for all of you.
I think a lot of people took it as a punch in the gut. This was almost a blow for possibly gay rights.
Which is a big issue next to gay rights as well.
Yeah.
The possible gays.
I mean, watch us tap dance around the subject because
Yeah.
we can't talk about, gay rights as it pertains to the Idol finale because no one is an out homosexual.
Yeah.
But all the speculation about Adam's sexuality, I think, sort of got people worked up on one side or the other. But I just don't think at the end of the season that this had anything to do with the outcome, like homophobia or, possibly gay idol or what that meant. I mean, the guy made it all the way to the finals. It was clearly not an issue all season long, so I don't understand.
It was an issue. It was an issue with the coded, you're theatrical and guy liner and all of that.
It was a little theatrical and a little too drama-filled, a little too Broadway for me.
It's like complaining that a cow moos. I mean, that's what you are. Well, that's what he is.
I don't think that it's the reason that Kris won, but I think you have to acknowledge that some portion of the audience voted against Adam, not just for Kris. The other, things that I think were going into it, Kris was the underdog, and people will vote 10 times as hard for the underdog. Look at what happened with David Cook last season.
What we have witnessed is a knockout.
Everybody thought it was going to be Archie, and so all the David Cook fans went nuts and voted 100 times more than they normally would have, and it worked.
Yeah.
David Cook.
And then, obviously, Goki's votes, for whatever reason, some good, some for evil, went to Kris. And, there were a lot of things going on. I don't think there's any one thing you can point to.
I also think the voting against a contestant or voting blocks moving to the next contestant each week, that benefits and hurts different contestants on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
I think it's probably safe to say that a lot of Goki fans probably did not translate into Adam fans, but I think also musically they couldn't be more different.
Right.
I think for Adam, probably one of the biggest problems for him was the fact that the show and the judges gave his victory an aura of inevitability.
The whole idea about doing a show like this is that you hope that you can find a worldwide star. I genuinely believe with all my heart that we have found that with you. Congratulations.
The comments from the judges on the final performance night were, "Thank you, Kris, for showing up. You should be really proud of yourself."
It was like, good job, like he was in special ed, good job, you got all the way to #2.
Yeah.
You have thoroughly, thoroughly deserved to be standing on this stage tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I don't think people like that feeling of being force-fed. Even if it is the most delicious, magnificent cuisine in the world, no one likes to have it put on a fork and shoved into their mouth.
With every performance that I see, it's like watching the Olympics and you're our Michael Phelps.
I think Simon's ego and the judges' egos are so big that they don't understand that the average viewer just bristles a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Nobody can top that now.
And I like Adam. I'm a big fan of his. I love his voice. I think he's a magnificent vocalist.
Yeah.
But I will admit, you know, as somebody who probably obsesses over what the judges say and do more than I should.
Probably?
You know.
You really need the probably in that sentence?
Yeah, that'll be a subject in therapy for the rest of the summer. I also think the other thing that hurt Adam this season was he suffered from the Melinda Doolittle, Kris Daughtry effect. He started the season here, and so you don't get to see him get better as the season goes on.
Because he can't get better. Because guess what? He's the best singer of all time.
Oh, he's the greatest artist that ever was and ever will be. I mean, come on, Blanche. Let's pull it back for a minute.
Right.
It's interesting to see that Kris, you know, sort of started out without a lot of hype.
I'm not going to say that you are the best singer in this competition, because there's a lot of guys, you know, particularly Danny, who got through last week. I mean, he's a much better singer than you.
Most of Chris's best performances came later in the season. You know, she works hard for the money. So hard for it, honey. Falling slowly. We still got time. Heartless.
You need to watch the way you're talking to me, you know.
Those were his moments, and they came later in the season. Adam's moments
were early.
Tracks of My Tears.
If you look closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my tears.
Mad World. Black or White.
I ain't scared of nobody.
We're very early in the season, and I think it's hard to live up to those, and I'm not quite sure he did until maybe change is going to come.
It's been a long time coming.
You know, but what was so interesting about watching the finale, though, is that when they were performing We Are the Champions, I kind of felt like I'm going to be happy either way, no matter what happens. These guys are clearly so happy for each other.
Yeah.
They're having such a great time.
At the end of Tuesday Night Performance Show, when Ryan was like, who's going to win? And Adam was like, that guy.
Yeah.
And Kris was like, that guy. And I was like, that's just adorable.
Yeah.
And I loved that guy so much more than when Ryan said at the top of the show,
the guy next door versus the guy liner.
you know, I'm sorry, but the guy next door might look like Adam Lambert.
Right. Hello?
Why is Adam Lambert not the guy next door?
Because he's in the possibly gay ghetto. He's not next door.
Yeah. No, your next door neighbor can't be that.
Right.
Your next door neighbor cannot be that.